Okay guys, so I am on my way to the thrift store this morning, but on my way over here I did resist going to an estate sale. I saw the sign and I didn't turn and I was being very good, and then after I turned where I was supposed to turn, the estate sale apparently had continued on down from the original street and was closer to where I was going. So I made a deal with myself. I said, hey, if the turn for the estate sale is before the thrift store that I'm going to, I will stop. And it was literally the turn right before. So I did stop and I picked up a couple of beautiful blue and white vases. It was so tempting to get more because there were so many beautiful ones. I have been needing a couple for the house. I tried to do flowers a couple weeks ago and I was like, I don't have any vases. So I did pick up a couple of those. They were my weakness. And I did pick up some shirts as well and some tops. I didn't think there would be any really good vintage clothes there, and there wasn't in the closet, but I ended up walking into the garage and found a couple. So, oops, went to an estate sale first on my way, but I am headed into the thrift store now. So let's see what we can find.
Okay, so while we were walking into the store, I thought I'd show you some things from the estate sale. There was all this beautiful blue and white china. It was like heaven. I was so obsessed with this little frog, but I did resist buying it. There were just so many great pieces. They had a lot of other items at this estate sale as well, including outdoor items. I did start there. It was just so pretty out. Couldn't resist. I went into the house and then I checked out the closet. It's usually my first go-to. There were several different items in here, some pretty colors and patterns, but it was mostly modern clothes, nothing super, super special. They did have some men's hats, but again, not really. They did have a good selection of bags, and there were a couple of cute ones like this one right here, but nothing that really stood out to me. I wandered around the house a little bit. There was so much stuff in this house, and eventually I wandered into the garage where I was happy to find there were actually more clothes. I found most of my goodies out here. These are a few of the items I found that I really liked. A lot of embroidery, some cute little sweaters, just some really cute pieces. Mostly I was drawn to the embroidery and the colors. I especially love the last little piece here, but I did notice that there's a lot of pen marks and spots when I got them home, so that was a bit of a bummer, but overall, not a bad little haul. Walking into the thrift store, I was very happy to see that there was a 50% off sale on artwork, china sets, furniture, and Halloween-themed items. They had this beautiful display in front, and I was so tempted to buy the portrait of the lady. It was $50, but would have been $25 on the 50% off sale. I always check out this dish set when I come in here, too. I'm hoping one day it will be on super sale. I always advise people who are buying their first home or apartment to go to the thrift stores and estate sales before hitting up the brand new market stores, because they have so many beautiful sets and pieces that often go on super sale because they end up having too many. As you can see, they have a crazy amount of glassware. I really liked these wine glasses, but I couldn't think of a place to put them, so I did end up leaving them. I was tempted by these beautiful etched glasses, though. The champagne glasses were calling to me. So pretty. I was also tempted by these beautiful green glasses. This vintage green is so hard to find. If there had been more than two, I probably would have picked those up. Like I said, look at all the dishware. If you are looking for something spectacular for a dinner party or something, check out the thrift store first. I did move over to the clothes at this point, and I figured I'd start with the sweater section because, the cool weather has really hit here, and I figured, why not? I did find some good vintage pieces like this little Castleberry sweater I thought was adorable, and I later found out somebody had actually stitched that to be a crop jacket, but it can be altered to be longer as well. I did get duped by a couple of modern pieces. This one I was really hoping was vintage because that color's so hard to find, but it wasn't. I liked the sweater, but I did end up leaving it. And there were many other selections. I was also duped by this rainbow sweater at the end, which sadly was also not vintage. As you can see at this point, my cart is quite full. Don't worry, I did put some of it back, but I did have to stop filming here and there. Moving over into the artwork, this is the last place we will be for the day, sadly. I did have to put down my camera several times to move around the store, but I just wanted to show you some of the really pretty pieces I found back here. This is always very meditative for me to go through the artwork. I loved this last piece. It made me very nostalgic for home. I feel like the thrift store is always, like I said, a great place to find frames and statement art pieces, prints, and all sorts of things for your wall space. As you can see, these are really decently priced. They're really large pieces, and they're very beautiful. And again, 50% off on art today. I was very tempted by this woman looking down at the lion. I thought it was so elegant. Unfortunately, this was the last of my thrift store shopping film for the day, as I did have to put my camera down and get moving. So my camera unfortunately died after the long day of work that it had, because I was so productive today. I got so much done. I'm so happy. I struggle with these really, scheduled days, and I just got a ton of stuff done today, guys. I'm so happy. So I am filming on my phone right now, but I did start getting some of the collection ready for a show this week, and I have just this like crazy mess at my feet that I have to take care of, but such a great day. I'm so happy. I cooked, I cleaned, I was able to get all of my show stuff that I did today. I wrote a list this morning and I got pretty much everything done except for one phone call, which I couldn't get through. So the only thing I didn't get done today was the phone call, but everything else on my list checked off. Some of those will continue over into tomorrow. There are different steps in some of the things I had on my list today, but overall a really good day. I'm very excited. I was actually trying to figure out if I should stay up and continue working, or if I should go to bed and try to start the day fresh tomorrow. So we will see. We will see. It's been a very busy week. So I thought I would go through and show you some of the really cool items that I found when I was sourcing the other day. You may have seen my cart in the video. I promise I did not get that much stuff. I do tend to fill up my cart and then go through it after and see if there's like damage or if there's a style that I don't like, and kind of pick and choose, because maybe I find something earlier and I'm like, wow, this is such a gem, and then I find something better as I go along and I swap it out for that. I do put away everything afterwards, not to worry. I don't leave it like in a corner. But yeah, so I thought I would just show you a few of my favorites, because I did get quite a bit. I do have a $5 sale today that I will be running. I have the rack just over here ready to go shortly after this. But these are my favorites. These are just a few of my faves. Okay, so the first one we have is this amazing jacket. So this is actually technically a costume. It is a vintage costume by the brand Charades. I will show you the tag. But Charades makes such good costumes that a lot of the times you can actually wear them as clothing. Like you can incorporate them into your wardrobe. They're not like the costumes of today where they're very like chintzy and cheap and it's very obvious they're only meant for like one wear. So this is the brand Charades. This is supposed to be the Michael Jackson military jacket. You guys recognize that. I love the rope. I love the buttons. I feel like this could be used for so much more. If you wanted to go with a theme, you could do Panic at the Disco with this. You could do Ringleader with this. You could do From the Circus. You could do so many different things. I personally love the buttons. They're very, very hardcore little cool buttons. You guys can see that. With the skull and crossbones. I just think she's really cute, and you could wear her so many different ways. Maybe like a green, like a military green accordion skirt, or a pair of leather pants, or just something super fun. You could even wear a tulle skirt under this if you wanted to. Just a lot of options, and it's such a unique piece. I love vintage costumes. Okay, this one is just a nice little top. I loved the billowing sleeve. I love that she's a crop. I love that she's got like the ruffle like around here. She's just really dainty and cute. You could wear her underneath something if you wanted to put a vest over this, or you could wear it as is with a skirt or pants. This kind of gives me Alyssa Milano vibes, just a little bit from Charmed back in the day, because she wore kind of frilly, billowy stuff like this to work. Just a really, really great piece. Okay guys, so I also found a lot of silk. You're going to see a lot of silk in here. It was a big score day for silk. This beautiful vintage Anne Klein. I love the color. It's this mint color. She's so pretty. I love her neckline. She has a very light shoulder pad, and she does have that tag, vintage Anne Klein. That color is so beautiful, and I feel like it's really something that can kind of cross all seasons. But I always pick up silk, always. Okay, so this is a beautiful little tapestry jacket. I find that these actually sell really well in my shows, and I love this one. If this one fit me, I might even keep it. It's so soft. I want to show you the print. It's so perfect for fall. It's got some purples and yellows and those fall colors in it. It's just so pretty. Always pick up a tapestry jacket. Okay, so we have some more silk. I do not have this all the way buttoned, but it does have all the buttons. It's got some beautiful little pockets on it. And this is also Baldanza size small, so it's oversized. It's a beautiful color, and it is 100% silk. You can see that really rich color. Just a beautiful piece. Again, I always pick up silk. This one is a little bit springy. It's not super fall. I figured somebody could mix and match if they wanted to. This is by the brand Silkland, and she is also 100% silk, and she's actually an extra large. But what I liked about her is you can kind of adjust her size with this little tie on the back. Okay, so we all have some oopses, so I thought I would add this in. I love this beautiful little vintage 80s sweater. It's so unique, so cute. It's got all of its sparkles, all of its beads, everything on it. The only thing I did notice when I got it home is that one of the tassels needs to be tacked on again, but it is safety pinned. So this is just something I would probably, because I'm selling it in a low start sale, I will just say, hey, this is the sweater, here are the details, this is the size, just be aware, this just needs a quick tack on. I'm selling this for $5. You know, if it's worth it to you, it literally just needs a stitch, nothing crazy. So for a huge discounted price, you save a bunch of money on this really cool piece for the holidays. Perfect for Christmas, perfect for a holiday party, you just need to stitch it. More silk. Now this brand is interesting for me. I've started picking this up more, but I'm still kind of iffy about it. This is the brand Chico's. Can you see how lush that fabric is? So pretty. This is also 100% silk. Sorry, it's 80% silk and nylon because it has a detail on it. So it is silk. It's just got some details on it. Like, I'm assuming that this extra leopard printing is a nylon. Really great length. I feel like it's good over jeans, or if you wanted to wear like a legging with a high English boot or something with a leather jacket over this, it'd be stunning. The midnight blue color is really beautiful. She is a size 2, and this is where Chico's gets a little confusing for me. Size 2 clearly is a bigger size. So Chico runs larger. So if you get a size 0, that might be more like a size, it can sometimes be a size large, it can be a size medium. It's just something I have to play with. The way this hangs, I think that probably a medium to large could wear this as oversized. If you wanted to wear it as a small, you could maybe belt it, because the way it's gonna hang is gonna be very sheath-like. And it's just a really nice piece. Again, always pick up silk. I should say as well that a lot of my customers actually do like the brand Chico's, so that's another reason I've tried picking up more Chico's. It's just the sizing that gets a little confusing for me. It's not something I could probably list online unless you knew the brand. If I said it was a size 2 and I labeled that as what the sizing was listed, it would be very confusing. Okay, so another great piece. I love this brand. This is the brand Teddy. Always make good things. They make a lot of really cute denim items. Always pick up Teddy. It's one of my favorites. This is just such a perfect fall piece. I love all the embroidery. literally like all the fall falling leaves. So pretty, and she's kind of a flannel. She's very, very soft. I thought this would be great if you wanted to wear her under a dress, or one of those like pinafore style dresses. She'd be great with a pair of corduroy pants. Just a really nice fall staple. Always love a flannel shirt, and the embroidery just makes it so much better. Speaking of corduroy, this piece, super, super cute. This is so soft. I have to tell you, it's so soft, and I love the color. I've never found a corduroy in this color. It's just a cute little skirt. It goes past the knees. It's got a high waist on her. She does have pockets. The only thing that's a little weird is it looks like they may have moved the button. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got like this extra piece here. It looks like the button's supposed to go here, but somebody added an extra piece of like corduroy right here to extend that waistline just a little bit for themselves, to give it a little more give, because corduroy doesn't really stretch. And that's okay. So again, this is a number that I would probably show as, hey, you know, if you don't need that extra stretch, just move the button back to where it originally was, which is right here, and you've got a perfectly good skirt. For $5. That's not too big of an ask for that. Again, you're saving a bunch of money, and that is a 2-minute task. So if not, this is something I might throw into a wounded bird show and say, hey, the button just needs to be moved. But yeah, I thought I'd take a chance on her because the color, the length, the style is just aces. Alrighty, so this is kind of a fun brand. This is another flannel style shirt. It's actually much lighter. It's not actually a flannel. I don't see a tag on what this is. But it's just another great fall colored shirt. It's got a little bit of embroidery. Little cottagecore vibes right here, and I think it has it right here as well. I actually kind of love this as an idea for future. If I ever have anything that has like a hole in a weird spot, I feel like I could just pop like a daisy or a rose or something over it. This is extremely soft. Again, can be worn under something like a vest for fall, winter, for that autumn feel. Very soft. I like the brand too. I have not seen this before. Based on the logo, I think the brand is called Fox. But the logo's a little questionable. Like the name is a little, yeah. I'm gonna go with the brand is called Fox. Just another really great fall staple. Last but not least, how cool is this? It's got groovy vibes, like super groovy vibes. And look, it's got like all these are metal. These are like metal balls. And they go all the way to the bottom for that cool scalloped edge, and the colors are just so fun. There is no tag on this, but I was like, what a Barbie moment. Yeah. So those are a couple of my favorites from my trip. I actually think I found some really great stuff. I did find, you know, some silk. I did have a cashmere sweater as well, but that literally sold before I even got it on the rack to a friend of mine. So just a really good haul. Lots of fun things. So I thought I would also give you a sneak peek of kind of what the rack looks like for today. These are some of the items that I have for $5 sales. And I will say that things like this is the one item I showed you earlier that will not be in the $5 sale today. This is kind of a unique item, not something I find very often. So what I will do is I often run $5 start sales, but then I will run like individually priced sales as well. And my prices aren't crazy. They're not like millions and hundreds of dollars. I keep it pretty low key. Something like this I might start at $15. Nice and easy. It's just not something, because of how rare it is, that I would probably want to start at $5. You know, eventually I do like to turn my inventory over. Sometimes you can get lucky in a sale. But for something like this, I generally don't put it initially on the $5 rack. But yeah, so I found a lot of good stuff. Like I said, these items at the end are the ones that I just showed you. But but I have several more that I have found throughout the week and been able to source, and then some of this is from my original inventory. I am currently switching out fall and spring and summer. I'm trying to switch out all those different genres, I guess you could say, so I've been doing that. For example, this is a ginormous bag of spring summer that I have, and that's kind of how I do it. I go through, and as I'm picking through my inventory, if I see something that doesn't fit the season anymore, I've slowly been just like, I have garbage bags around and I will just throw those in just so I can start getting a pile going. And then probably this coming week I will go through and organize everything into bins. I'm also planning on doing that with my own clothes soon. The weather just dropped. I'm wearing a jacket today. It's so nice. It was 69 degrees in my house this morning, and that is super rare for us because it was just recently 90. So, and it goes back up to 80 I think this week, but I'm still going to switch out some of my stuff this coming week to try and switch fall and summer out. So for my own wardrobe and for the office as well. Okay guys, so I'm sitting here this morning just kind of trying to wake up. I've got my tea. It's a little bit cold in here this morning, so I'm just trying to warm up. I have a $1 sale this morning. $1 sales, other $1 start sales on Whatnot is something I do when I have too much inventory, and I just need to clean some of it out. Like, I can tell when my racks start getting full. I've got several shows coming up that I'm curating, and I'm out of rack space. So I kind of just took everything that's been loitering in my office, not even things I've necessarily shown in shows, they've just been sitting, and kind of threw them on a rack. And I do $1 starts, and it's great for my customers because they get, you know, a low start sale, which I feel like is nice for them once in a while. And then I also get, you know, if anything sells, I take that money and I go get new inventory with it. So it just kind of goes right into the pot. And then it also clears off my racks, which is what I need. So anything that does not sell, I will take up to a thrift store I know of that actually supports cat shelters. So that's what I do with anything that's excess, is I just take it there and donate it. So again, pocket change for me, great sale for my customers, rack space, and then I donate to a good cause if not. So I'll be doing that this morning. And then later today, a friend of mine brought a bunch of like dips and hummus and falafel chips and beet chips last week, and I was obsessed. They were so good. I think it's the best tzatziki I've ever had. So I was really excited, and I asked where she got them, and she's like, oh, there's a market just north of here on the weekends. So I missed it last week. So after my show today, my plan is to head up there and see if I can get some snacks for the week. So $1 start in the morning and farmer's market in the afternoon. It's gonna be a busy day.
So we did get to the market late, unfortunately, and had to kind of scramble to get through it all, but we did score some really good goodies. I'm so excited. These beet chips and tzatziki are amazing. I'm gonna eat like a queen this week.
Are you gonna help mommy finish off her vlog video? Are you? You're such a good girl. You're such a good helper. Alright, so it was a very productive weekend. I got so much done. Just a lot going on. I've been really busy. But I thought I would end off this vlog I thought I would show you some of the items that I got from the estate sale that I snuck over to, and also just kind of go over what my plan is for next week. I think I'm going to be swapping out some fall winter items, putting some things in bins. Right now I'm going to sit and go through a bunch of like 70s wear that I picked up. Got silver boxes and things set aside for an upcoming show. And yeah, that's kind of it. So this was one of the first vases that I saw that I liked. It's really beautiful. I love the blue and white. It's really pretty. I love the top too. She's pretty good, heavy, solid one. I thought that would go good on the dining room table. And then I also picked up this one. This one was kind of one I had to think about, but I just liked the shape. And she's pretty heavy on the bottom, which is really nice. And again, it's that blue and white china. There was so much of that estate sale. It was so... I could have bought so much more stuff. There was like this fish that I really wanted, and there was this frog that I was like so tempted to get, and I have no reason to have that in my house, but I was like, it's so cute. But this one I actually bought. I had to think about it for a minute, but I like daffodils during the daffodil season, and I thought this would be really pretty with like daffodils coming out either way, because daffodils kind of hang over. They're not your typical flower. So this is like my daffodil vase, and really heavy and sturdy. I thought she'd be great in the kitchen. And last but not least, I think this might be my favorite one, is this beautiful blue and white vase with, it's like, if you can see that, it's like rounded on the front, but it's flat on the back. And it's actually got like a little hole right here, so I could potentially hang it on the wall if I wanted to, and this great little handle. It was just so darling, I couldn't resist it. I actually have a cabinet or two that I have an exposed face on one side, and I thought maybe I could put like a fake vine in this and then attach it to the side of the cabinet and have the vines like coming over. So I think this is probably my favorite of the three, even though they're all very beautiful. I feel like this one has more of a vintage tint to it, and these ones, actually, I think these ones match. I think these ones might have been from the same. Because if you look at the flowers, and they look more like printed. You see that? Like the design looks similar. They look very printed on, like generically, and this one looks like, I don't know, it could have been painted. So, all very beautiful. I was really happy with my haul this week and how a lot of my shows went. So yeah, that sort of ends out this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to vlog more. Sometimes I just get really busy and I forget to film, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit so I can bring you along for the ride. So, alrighty, until next week, lovelies.